What's up? I am the Lord of the Zombies. Hello, everybody. I am the Lord of the Zombies, and welcome to another video. Well, just wanted to say before we get straight to the point exactly is that, yeah, I actually am going to say is before we get straight to the point here is if you guys enjoy pretty much this P vs. Z channel, which hopefully, like I said, I'm probably am going to get some videos worked and a lot of different things. Well, the only thing I could probably be explaining about the problem, why I haven't still got them started, but I probably might try to whenever I actually will. Feel free to probably do everything else, whatever I'm supposed to do to resume of season 2, which I probably will have to give it some time before I actually will make the episode of P vs. Z2 exactly of however I'm going to do this exactly, which I could still have made to continue all that of season 2, which I'll still try to. But the main problem is, by the way, is that basically it's about the surroundings for whatever I have to get voicing, doing literally anything. And at least the good thing is, by the way, folks, is that at least I could probably get one episode I could probably do recommendedly a little bit by actually having that up or whatever I can do. And oh yes, there probably will still be some voices of mine, which I'll still do my same old of voicing of every time on this sixth channel. But that's just probably what I want to say. And oh, by the way, just want to let you guys know it was my B-day, and I'm probably 22 years old, so that's congratulations for me. That's at least hopefully the most of the good life for me that I probably am recommending doing on my separate channels are doing pretty well, and very highly pretty well. Even though I've still been on my separate channels lately, but at least I've been doing pretty well on them since a little bit. It's not the same on my P vs. Z channel though. It's not the same as always. I know it isn't the same because well, I did put up on the about section if it was a long ago that it was about my P vs. Z channel doesn't make videos often because due to the lack I have to probably be around with different surroundings. That depends on how I film about seasons or whatever. But most of them I can try to do. But it's gonna just be a little hard for me sometimes when I can't basically be adding too many people, basically known as plush characters on different kind of scenes. That would be a little difficult for me to move around for a bit. Which I know it's not the same old and same old every day or somehow, but I'll tell you guys this that I have been thinking very carefully with making the next episode to probably happen and see how all the things will change around remains to be the same. Even though I might actually at least still look back through the videos of my season 2 stuff, which I'll still look back on and relook at, which I probably will do the best way that I can try to redo those and see what I can put in for right now. It's not like I'm gonna redo everything. It's like I have to rewatch the whole time. That way I'll memorize the scenes very differently and very at least. Which the only thing I did remember about when I actually am gonna look back on my playlist on season 2, the only thing I actually remembered on season 2 was in the Wild West. Yes, I think that's where the characters were at right now is the Wild West. They finished pretty much the Power to Seas that I actually remember that they were finishing the Power to Seas, but now they're actually heading to the Wild West, which they are still doing the Wild West, not gonna lie. But yes, the characters of pretty much my P vs. Z channel, known as my sixth channel, is doing the Wild West, which I am kind of actually hoping to see what I can do with all of that with the Wild West and other moving around situations and other stuff that I might have to try to be thinking on my feet and a little bit of my intelligence, a little bit of the idea where I'm probably am gonna come up with another episode name with just something new and a little bit different and somewhat different. But the voices of mine remain to be the same, even if I have to voice some of them in the previous episodes that were a little bit back in season 2. Season 1 was still good. I have to say that I'll actually be honest with you guys that season 1 was completely the best thing I ever made. But season 2 Yeah, I kind of stopped doing them for some different reason. I really didn't know, but I think it was due to the lack that I had to probably like be doing a little bit of the moving around and just having a little different somewhere, I guess. But yeah, it's just probably been the situation where I have to probably like make things a little easier or make things a little shorter, or just at this scenario of the case that it'll probably be a little bit kind of different as you may be knowing about. Which the things, like I said, remains to be the same. That oh yes, it still has the P vs Z characters. It still has Sans, Papyrus, Black Panther. Which I already know that Black Panther was a little bit kind of being around in the season of this season too. But I mean, there were probably a little bit of no actions because due to the lack that I have to be on separate channels, which I do understand a little bit by saying is like, oh, when are you going to start doing season two stuff and a little bit more episodes? Well, it's because I was a bit occupied. That's why when I say the word occupied, it means that I can't be a little bit likely just to move around stuff. It's just that sometimes whenever I have to make a long video, it gives me a bit of time and a different advantage and try to at least to get videos around easily, which yeah, I just hopefully am going to say that. Yeah, I just hope to say at the least that I can try at least to get some season 2 episodes, as I barely can, which I know it's going to be at the medium or large. How it depends on how I could end the episode differently and hit on to the next. Which, like I said, it's just going to be a while and just taking its time, like always, because due to the problem, I think, was about like my room, I think, for example, it was just a little small, which it got me a little bit of a hard time just to make videos and just give me like a little bit of a different way and say is like, yeah, it kind of sucks, which I know it sucks. But at the point, maybe next time, whenever there's like a different way by saying is like, oh, I might be getting like a big extra room next time, whenever there's like a different move around or somewhere about like a move out or whatever. But like I said, things remain to stay the same as always, and same videos, and for whatever. And now, just want to give you guys a bit of a different reason. How am I going to do it, and how am I going to try to at least get one episode in, and then let the rest continue on forward? Well, for one, basically, I'm just going to try to get at least the name and try and do something a little bit different with the P vs Z characters, for example, which if you guys have rewatched season 2 of my season 2 episodes on the playlist, then that would be amazing if you guys had, or if you didn't, then no worries. I'll try at least to get one out before the week. I could try to get at least get one out, I think, but the problem is it's just going to be a little bit difficult because due to the lack, I have to probably like find different solutions and try at least to get like a few thumbnails, as I could try at least get rid of a few to make a few spaces a little bit done. That way, whenever I get some spaces out of the way and done, it'll actually make it even easier to get try to do with here. But I'm just at least going to figure a different way around and just give you guys a bit of a different update than I would have expected to say, or probably got me to probably like go on and talk about this for example. And also, yes, it still remains my B day, which I probably would say is Happy B Day from the Lord of the Zombies. That's right. So anyway, I'll still tell you guys again that I'll at least try to get a few episodes as I can without any like difficulties or without different concerns or whatever, just like remain the same normal episodes as they were made to be. And the storyline, I'll probably at least to get the storyline a bit the same way, but a little bit of a different concoction, as I probably am trying already. But it's just that sometimes when I always have to move around with the camera, sometimes it gets me a little bit of a hard job to just like continue to make the videos of the same old, which I know I'll still keep trying though. But like I said, the old saying goes is that sometimes when I get to pause a video for however I try to get something done, it means I might have to switch the next scene to the next scene, for example. Like camera crew, like, I'll give you guys an example. Like the camera crew, for example. Like, if a camera crew tries to film something, then it has to probably remain to be staying still. and also for the voice line to be at least the voice line. But if it was kind of a bit of a mess up, for example, then that's when I might probably give you guys that example of what I'm feeling right now. Is I'm trying at least to get something around, but yeah, at least I'm trying to do something about that, and at least I'm going to try at least as I can, and will get the episode out as I ever can. I mean, it could be ever this week or next week that I might actually try to get one out at this one, but the problem is, we're just going to see if I'm going to ever try. But like I said, I know it's going to be a while, and I know it's going to take some time. Like, again, like, subscribe or unsubscribe, I understand. I probably am saying is like, just keep watching the same videos over and over a little bit until I have a new video up. That's probably going to be the wait explanation. And I'm not saying it's like a bad explanation. I'm not saying it's like, oh, something's bad and we probably might be wanting to do something else. Well, it's not like that. It really isn't. But the only thing I'm trying to do here is at least having a little bit of different confidence. That's just what I'm trying to do. Like, since I'm trying to actually have a little bit of different decency around for different stuff being on this sixth channel, besides a little bit of my absence on a few different occasions being on my separate channels, which my separate channels is still pretty good and a little bit successful, but in my sixth channel, it's going to go a little bit of a different road for me, just for a little bit, because due to the things about like going to the gym on every Mondays or Wednesdays nowadays, some of the points, but not every one of them, but just sometimes. And yes, it's true. Sometimes I'm lazy because, again, it's a little bit true. A little bit. But it's not all of it, but it's just a little bit of laziness. But it's just sometimes whenever I pop something out of my head for an idea for a light bulb, it means I just get an idea of something what I can do here and actually just make it a magic. Like, even if I did this, by the way, which I'm not trying to make it loud, I'm just trying to make it like poof, it will be magic. So, that's just what I want to give you guys a little bit of thought and a little bit of a reason and a little bit of my absence on the sixth channel, which is probably so to be. And yes, I did got like another MET video was about a new zombie on the way, which I was finally happy for another zombie to finally join the team for once. And yes, I was pretty happy about it. And not gonna lie, guys, it was actually pretty good. Like, it was pretty good, but I was pretty happy about it. I was like, finally. Like, it was the same thing when I tried to get the Conehead zombie from before. It was like literally the same thing, but so different. But at least I finally got the character from Christmas, at least, which I was finally happy about, which I was like, oh, goodness. Which, that's probably what I would have said, for a long ago, before way back in 2023, which I would have gotten that character all the way back. But no, it had to probably be around Christmas, which that probably had to be around 2024, I think. But that's just all I want to give the point out, and a little bit of an explanation of about my absence and a little bit of all that, and just give you guys a little bit of this update, a little different, and a little bit of like somewhat different and fix around. That even though I might try to actually at least prepare and fix a few different episodes, I'll actually put in for new ones, and we'll still remain them to continue a bit differently and right on ahead. Which, am I going to try to get some characters that may actually do a bit good? Well, maybe. And is there going to be a little bit of few talk arounds with the different characters? Like Sands of Papyrus and Black Panther, for example. Well, yes. Apparently, I could try to get the three of them to have a conversation with each other and get to know about themselves for a bit, exactly. Which, like I said, though, it's pretty interesting. A little bit like it's interesting that the character finally gets to join the good guys, for example, for that exactly. Like, at least I'm happy for that. At least I'm a little happy for that. But just for now, guys, that's all I want to go on about, and just say that I'll actually continue to do more episodes somewhere a little bit this week or next week. That'll actually depend getting some of those out. But like I said, if some of them aren't out, by the way, it remains I'm occupied. When I say I'm occupied, which I'll say one more time, even if I said it the second or third time think I ever said it, by the way, is that whenever I'm occupied, it means I'm on separate channels that I might have to probably be working on for them, exactly. Even though it does depend on the time exactly that goes from day, afternoon, night. Like, it's always with work. Sometimes I have to be making. It's a little bit of maturity from me and exactly coming from me by making a lot of different example points. But like I said, it's just going to probably be a little bit like that. But not as always, but just somewhere else like that. But just giving you guys a little bit of that reason and just having that talk, just to give you guys a little bit of that reason, is that, yeah, I kind of did miss a bit of the few good things that happened on the sixth channel, which I did actually agreed that I probably did miss a few good things on it, which, yeah, I know, it sucks. I get you. I can feel you. I understand. Which means I actually know about that. So, with that being said, I will say this again. Thank you very much for watching. And like always, is please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe the bell to be notified. And yes, I am the Lord of the Zombies. And without that being said, I'll see you guys soon in the next video. And then in the next episode, I promise I'll get that out as I can. No fake outs. But like I said, I'll at least try. At least I'll try. But like I said, it's just going to be a lot of hard things to move and move. That's what I'm just trying to say. But, I wish I could have gotten like a medium-sized room or whatever, but it's just probably what it is. For now, at least. But if there's probably any differences, but we'll just see. But for now, I'll say this. Thank you for being patient, and I really, again, appreciate it. Even though that I am taking time by time and a little bit of somewhere, but yes, I actually am consistently taking my time like every single day. Like, no stress, no pressure. That's just where I want to avoid the most, is avoid anxiety and avoid any negatives that I'm avoiding differently, that I'm trying to avoid as much as I'm trying to do. And with that being said, see you guys next time. Peace out. See you next time. And I'm the Lord of the Zombies speaking, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, everyone. See you guys next time, and thank you very much for listening for this video. And also, yes, it's Happy B Day for me, 22, and I hope to say thank you. See you next time. Peace. On out. Later, everyone. See you next time.